I used to have an ex that used to tell me, I love you more than I love myself. And I used to tell him, that is not possible. You cannot give what you don't have.
If I could be committed to myself, it makes it a lot easier for me to be committed to my spouse. And it's very important for us to be on the same page and understand that, are we still on the same page or we're not? Because we're either growing together or we're growing apart. The things that we speak about and that the people that we're talking against is fake monogamy. Let's stop faking.
Your woman could be either your biggest supporter or your biggest op. There's no in between. She could either make your life better or make your life hell.
We don't realize really what we're looking for is something real. It's nothing perfect. We're looking for something real.
Welcome back to Living Your Truth. My name is Willicia, alongside my special black man,
Mike Marcus. If you wanted to be lied to, you'd have called your family and friends.
But you wanted the truth, so you called us.
And we lived it, so you can stop pretending in your own relationships. My man, Randy, thanks for coming on to the show, man. How you doing?
Yo, all is well, man. Great to be here. Thank you for having me.
Of course, man. I know you've been watching the show and things like that. You know, what brought you up here today?
I've seen you guys' content a couple of times. I'm very proud to say that I like the information and the content that you guys provide.
Thank you.
To the rest of the world.
Thank you.
It's very insightful. It's very educational, and some what we call an avant-garde, a new way of thinking.
Wow.
So, I like that. I like that you guys are bringing a different approach to dating and a different perspective as well. So it's something that needs to be talked about. So that's why I'm here.
Well, appreciate it.
Thank you for coming on the show.
Yeah, thanks for coming on the show. Well, on the show for sure, and we appreciate the flowers while we're here. You know what I'm saying? Because oftentimes than not, sometimes people, they hear things that we say online and obviously judgmental, or they have their opinions, and we respect everybody's opinion. But sometimes, as you probably see from following us, people also try to tear us down, right? They're not open to our perception on how we feel about relationships. And all we're doing is speaking about the truth from our experiences and from things that we see. And even things that they see, they just maybe haven't seen it in our way, or they try to ignore it, right?
Right.
Yeah, exactly. So, but do you have like any scenario in particular that you would like to speak about today?
So I would like to start off by asking both of you guys a question, right? So I'm going to name 5 things, and I would like you guys to categorize it from the one that is most important to, I guess, the least more important. And then I want you guys to explain why, and then we could segue into a similar conversation.
Okay.
All right, perfect.
So it will be children, God, self, work, and spouse.
Children. Oh man, we should have got a notepad for that.
I wrote it down. It's okay.
Oh, you got it down? All right, cool.
So children, God, self, work, and spouse.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I can't see that, Willicia, by the way.
It's okay.
Okay. So you want Willicia to answer and then you want my answer, or do you want to answer together?
Yes.
Okay, something separate. Okay, cool. So when you say the answer, then I'm going to grab the phone and
Okay, hold on, because I wrote it down. Give me a second.
All right. Don't take too much time. Randy don't got that much time.
We got time.
This is an interesting question, by the way. And
Yes, sir.
I think people, they need to hear this type of answer from a couple and from an individual standpoint.
Yeah, so
Yes, sir.
I'm going to go with God first. Self, spouse, children, and then work.
Okay. All right. So this is for me. So
Sure.
I'm gonna go God, self, spouse. Oh, this way it's sad right here. This way it gets sad right here. It gets scary, but
Well, I know
say,
you work before children because we don't have any.
Yeah. Well, but no, this is just in case if we had a child.
Right.
So I got to think about that. I got to put that into perspective. Yeah. All right. Yeah, children didn't work. That is the
You
right
agree?
order. Yeah,
I knew you would agree
I
with
would
me.
agree with that. Yeah.
Dope.
Yeah. Yeah.
So can you guys explain why you guys chose it in that particular category?
God is always first. You know, first and foremost, without God, none of us would be here. Mm-hmm. You have to care about yourself first in order to love somebody. I used to have somebody, I don't got no exes, by the way, but, you know, hypothetically speaking, of course, I used to have an ex that used to tell me, I love you more than I love myself. And I used to tell him, that is not possible. You cannot give what you don't have. That is like, if I got $5 and I give somebody $5, I no longer have the $5. If I don't have $5, I can't give somebody $5 because I don't have it.
Sure.
Spouse next, because if you care about yourself, if you love yourself, it's easy for you to love your partner because they are a reflection of you. If I had children, I would do anything in my power to protect them. And work is last because we could be here today and gone tomorrow. If you worked a job 20 years and you were to break your leg, guess what? They're going to replace you immediately.
That's true. That's true. All right.
Like that.
Yeah, for me, yeah, God definitely comes first because, like she said, you know, without God, none of us would be here, and all of this wouldn't be possible. Self, I'm a big believer in if I could be committed to myself, it makes it a lot easier for me to be committed to my spouse. And of course, my spouse is very important to me because that's my support system. That's my livelihood. This is someone that helps drive me and, you know, give me more of a purpose, you know, to continue to live. Children, gotta love the kids. They can't come before my spouse because without my spouse, the kids wouldn't be here. But I will love them dearly, guide them as best as possible, and make sure that they also understand individuality for themselves. Besides me just being a dad, I want them to understand that they're themselves before trying to be me or be Willicia. And work, as much as I love my work and I'm passionate about it, it does come last because everything that I work for is literally going to lead up to everything I already mentioned. And it'll be left for them.
Okay. That's dope. That's dope. So yeah. A lot of people have different perspectives on that particular question. And everybody's going to have a different answer. But what I've noticed with you guys agree basically on each order the same thing. So there's a commonality there. So then you start realizing, okay, this is how this particular person thinks. You know, sometimes in relationships, we dive into things unconsciously and, you know, for the wrong reasons. And when we get to the end, we realize we weren't really that compatible with each other, or, you know, we didn't really get to know each other, or I didn't know you were this way. So I like to ask a lot of what we call questions that deal with introspection, because you get to know the person a little bit deeper or challenge them mentally and get to know them a little bit differently, you know, nothing trivial like, yo, what's your favorite color? Or, you know, what movies you like to watch? You know what I mean? So that's a dope thing.
Bro, and I appreciate you even asking these type of questions. It's the coolest thing is things like this. Me and Willicia speak about off the script, or we have spoken about numerous times. So it's not our first rodeo with it, but for a guest to ask us is definitely something brand new. And even just hearing it again, right? Because with us, we do weekly check-ins, and it's very important for us to be on the same page and understand that are we still on the same page or we're not? You know, because we're either growing together or we're growing apart. And, you know, things do change with human beings, right? Our taste buds change. I believe we could change as well. You know, things could change. So it is great. It's a great question, man. You got to keep it going. Now I'm excited, bro. You got me excited for this
Yes,
one.
Sir.
This is dope.
So do you guys believe monogamy is natural, cultural, or religious?
Wow.
That's a great question there.
I think it's,
I think it's natural.
Yeah, it could be. But if you want to go back into history, monogamy was forced upon us.
Yeah, but I do truly believe, even though we're open to polygyny, But I truly do believe that someone can love someone, another
be
person,
happy.
and be really truly happy with that.
Yeah, absolutely.
End all be all, you know.
We love each other, and if we never get a third person, we're totally okay with that. We're just open to it.
Gotcha.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I would definitely just piggyback on that for sure. If we happen to never find this person, it was so hard to find Willicia. It was so hard. Even though we went to high school together, and I walked past her a couple times in the hallway, might have said hello, but it was super hard to come to this point. You gotta remember, years done went by, and for us to reconnect at this time frame, and you know,
As adults,
and say, oh yeah, let's do this, let's be together, and it's a fit. So much could have happened, right? A lot with her. We could have had kids. It's a lot of things that could have happened, right? Due to where we come from. But the fact that now we decided to make that choice, let's be together, this works, and we're aligned, we're so aligned, man, it was tough because some people never find that person and they walk past them every day. People are walking past their lover every day. Think about that, Randy.
and don't even know it.
Don't even know it. People are friend zoning lovers and they don't even know it because they want this person that they done created in their minds, a perfect guy, a perfect woman, right? And we don't realize really what we're looking for is something real. It's nothing perfect. We're looking for something real.
That's it.
Yeah, that is true. Definitely true. I definitely agree with that. Definitely do agree with that. So I know you guys mentioned children as well. So I just want to ask a question. So how would you guys explain children being exposed to more than one parent in the household due to polygamy?
Religious, of course, because I am Muslim, so it's not like super bizarre for them to see or know because it is in the Quran. So, and you know, we would just explain it the best way possible. I think it's something that would excite them because they would have a lot of help. You know, they would have multiple people to call. I personally believe that they would be the coolest kids in the school because they would go there like, I got 3 parents.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell them, listen, you're loved. Don't ever let nobody tell you something is wrong with us. Do you feel loved in this house? Do you feel safe? Do you love everybody equally? Are you treated fairly? They're going to answer those questions. And that's how they will go to school and say, I'm loved. I'm safe. You know, I have a lot of support. You only have 2 people to support you. I have 3 people. And I would teach them that there's nothing wrong with that.
100%. And yeah, for me, on my side, I just feel with kids, I use my parents. My parents did an amazing job. And why I say that is because they allowed me to be me. They showed me things. Some things they hid from me, of course. With kids, you don't want them to grow up too fast, right? But a lot of things they also exposed me to. They allowed me to be myself and understand things, ask questions. You know, not too often I heard, oh man, mind your business. It's not for me. It's not too, I haven't heard that too often from my parents. When I asked them something, they literally told me, hey, you know, this is more adult things. Like, you know, they might have gradually told me something, but they didn't tell me beat it. You know what I'm saying?
And that's so important.
And it went a long way because that's how I found my individuality from young, where I said, oh, this is okay to be into this. My mom didn't try to stop me because, you know, I'm a kid. You know, like a lot of times parents, they like to put their fears onto you, or they try to relive their lives.
Through you.
But that's really deterring you from actually finding yourself because you're too busy living the life that they want you to live. You get what I'm saying?
I also said that.
So for me, I would let my kids be. I'm okay with
them
exposing them and exposing them to certain things for sure. Because the world's going to do it anyway. So I'd rather just expose them to it. At least they heard it from mommy and daddy before anything. That's me. That's how I personally feel. And I want them to be able to express themselves because that's pretty much our problems now. A lot of these people, they get money and fame, and then we look at them like weird because it's like,
they didn't get to live.
What is this they doing? But it's only because they didn't get to live. And with people with money, right? People that have success and money, what happens is they become an amplified version of whoever they already were. That's what people don't realize. Nothing changed with them. They just now can do things out loud because they have the confidence to. They have the money. They have the FU money.
Yep.
And that's one of the main things I've said, like, I appreciate my parents for. Like, they allowed me to express myself. Like, I wasn't super restricted. Like, I was able to listen to whatever music I wanted to listen to. And, like, I got to always go shopping and buy the clothes that I wanted and bags and shoes. And they never, like, restricted me, like, oh, no, don't do this. Like, granted, I wasn't able to act grown, but I was able to express myself. I was able to listen to what I wanted. And, you know, I didn't always have a bedtime. My father just used to say, listen, if you're late for school, I'm gonna beat your ass. And I respected that. It's like, all right, you can stay up if you want to, but make sure you get to that schoolhouse. Like, so I appreciate the way I grew up so much because I've gotten to see both sides. Like, my dad's house was the more of the discipline, the structure house. Like, okay, like I knew there was certain things he was not going for being a father. Then I went to my mom's house and I had the freedoms, but you know, it was you know, a gift and a curse, but I've learned from both environments and it has shaped me tremendously into me being who I am because I've gotten to do stuff young. You know, like a lot of our acquaintances would wonder like, oh, why you don't go outside and why you don't do this, why you don't do that? And it's because I've gotten to experience a lot of things already that I don't need to experience today. Like, I got to live life on my terms and at my pace and going through my things with friends or even by myself. Like, I appreciate the way that I grew up because now I can live life like an actual adult, the 30-year-old that I am. I don't feel like I'm missing anything. I don't feel like I have to still, you know, I'm not missing anything. Like, I get to live the right way, the way that I am comfortable with living.
Yeah, that's dope.
That's dope. Yeah. And I'm glad that, you know, you're living in your truth like the name of the show. That's dope. So what are some rules or boundaries that you guys would you guys consider a mandate in a relationship? And what are like the rules and boundaries that you guys have for each other to keep it healthy?
You better not lie to me, girl. I'm not playing with you. That's like a number one thing.
Transparency. We make sure to keep an open, honest communication. I don't believe that he has to tell me absolutely everything because you won't ever fully know absolutely everything about a person. I allow him to pick and choose what he feels like I need to know because a lot of times women want to know things that they really don't need to know just so they can use it against you later. Now, I'm not saying that that's something that I would do because of how I feel about him, but there's some things I'm like, nah, you don't got to tell me. Like, for instance, in the beginning stages of our relationship, we had this card game and one of the questions was, how much money do we have to have in the bank? And he was about to tell me and I was like, you don't have to tell me that. And because I trust him, you know, there's certain things I just don't need to know. Just keep the lights on. That's it. Don't have us on the side of the road. Just keep the lights on.
But what happened if that happens though? Baby?
Listen, I trust you. You better figure it out. You better go hit the block. Like, you better show me where you really from.
Now you funny.
But yeah, no, you know,
she's crazy. Just know that she's crazy.
You better hit something, just not nothing. You better go sit on the corner. But no,
it's funny you bring up finances because I was gonna segue into saying how do you guys divide time, finances, and responsibility in a polygamous relationship?
Okay, we're gonna get to that next. That's a good one. Yeah. As far as like rules for us, I don't like, for me, the world knows I don't restrict him. He can just pretty much do what he needs to do. What he wants to do is up to him. You know, I'm not ringing down the phone. I'm not his mom. I'm not looking to, you know, police a man or mother a man. Like, I'm a woman. This is my man. I respect him. I have my role. He has his. The only thing that I really care about is I don't want nobody disrespecting me. I don't want to be lied to, and just transparency. Like I said, I don't make him feel like he has to tell me absolutely everything. We happen to have a close relationship where he could tell me everything, and I'm just like, oh, okay, like that's cool. Or, well, what do you want from me? You want my input, or you need advice, or we just happen to be lovers and best friends at the same time. So as far as rules, like, I don't think that we really have any. It's just, we're just super transparent. I think once that stops, then I would be worried, because we've always been like that, even from the beginning.
Yeah, I agree. It's kind of weird to say. Our main boundary is to make sure that we're transparent. The moment she didn't feel comfortable with telling me something, exactly how she feels about something, then I'll be worried.
You literally just said the same thing I said. You're hilarious.
No. no. But no, I was reiterating that. I'm thinking that is the only real boundary, because the thing is, I trust Willicia as well. So as a man, I'm not the guy going through the phone and all that. Even though, I know certain guys that's reached success, or they're the man of the household, things like that. Men think that they can control, right? And I've never been into that at all. I've never been into controlling. I've never been into something that's not for me, if that makes sense. So if Willicia decided to one day go deal with some guy on random tip, listen to me, bro, it's sad. I may not even really know. I may not, because I don't do homework on that. I don't even think about that.
I would never do that, by the way.
I'm just throwing it out there. This is who I am. So to me, I'm focused on what I need to be focused on. I love her. I'm committed to myself. I'm committed to her. I'm committed to everything that's attached to me. I'm committed to, that's important to my life. The things I can't control, which is her, I don't even bother thinking about.
So repeat that question again. That was a good one.
So how do you guys divide time, finances, and responsibilities in a polygamous structure?
So we were not in one right now, but I would use our first encounter as an example. She lived really far, and the way we would have done it is like, 2 days each. We're not looking for somebody to take care of us. And I think a lot of times people hear poly and they assume that because we want them in our relationship that we're looking to take care of them. We're not looking to take care of anybody, and we're not looking for anybody to take care of us. Take care of yourself with us, for you and us. So the way we divide it is that's a conversation we would just have to have based on where everybody is financially. Time, we would just, it depends on the situation. Like, do we all live together? Does this person live separately? Do they want to live with us? Do they want to live separately? So all of those variables matter. Me knowing Mr. Marcus, he does not want somebody to live separately, because he wants everything convenient for him, which I don't blame him. Everybody's busy. The way it would work, it would be better for everybody to live in the same house. But if it didn't happen that way, then I don't know what Mr. Marcus is going to do.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. Well, this taking on a partner, the sister wife, it's a collective thing. So the same way me and Willicia, we talk week in and week out, Willicia has responsibilities. It's not just me that has all the responsibility. That's not how it works. Even with finances, it's not that I'm paying 100% of everything. Willicia pays her portion and her parts, whatever we discuss between each other. Things can even fluctuate, because let's say we're looking to save a certain amount of money per month, or we're looking to, and invest into something for the year. Then we would adjust accordingly. You get what I'm saying? Everything is about, it's like sports. I play sports my whole life, play football. You got to adjust upon the game, right? What's going on? Challenges pop up, things arise. So you adjust, right? As a coach, all right, let's huddle up real quick. What's going on? Where we going left at? What went wrong? Okay, let's adjust this and let's fix it this next quarter. You get what I'm saying? So the same thing will happen with this third partner. It would just be, hey, look, let's talk about it. What is it? What is your goals? Let's make sure that we're aligned with the goals. Even if we have separate goals, how can we help you accomplish that? And vice versa.
Got you. And that's super dope. I was gonna piggyback on that. So I know a particular certain issues is, you guys are not looking to take care of somebody. So I know in ancient times, this time of memorial, polygamy started because it was tribal, first and foremost. And when a warrior or a man died within a tribe, it was imperative for the tribe to take care of the wife and the kids. That's how polygamy started. So my question is, do you guys see a difference between ancient customs of polygamy and modern day polygamy today?
Yes. And the reason why I say that is because my biggest fear for me is to choose a sister wife and she uses us, right? She pretends to love us and be down for us, and then we do all of these things for her, and then eventually she gets up and walks away. Now, I say that because we can take care of somebody, right? That's not an issue. But let's say we're taking care of her and she's just, putting her money under the bed, and then one day wakes up with a different feeling and walks away. Now, she just came up off of us instead of really loving us and this being a genuine thing. Me, I'm not gonna lie, they gonna have to call the police on me because I love really hard, and that's always been a big fear of mine. Like, don't use us, and a person can get away with that because of our hearts being so big. It's like, we would never know. People can pretend really well. And for me, it's like, you have to show why you deserve to be here, because we can choose anybody to be with, and vice versa. Like, anybody else can choose any other couple. Why should you be with us? And I think, the mainstream media and all of these things has definitely made me a little bit paranoid because, like I said, people pretend really well. People pretend well in monogamous relationships. I can imagine a polygamous relationship because you're getting literally double the support, double everything.
Yeah.
So for me, that's scary. So can we take care of somebody? Yeah. If that person we would have to know 100% fact who that person is. But that's earned. That's not just given right away.
Yeah. And in reality too, Randy, we supposed to be taking care of each other. I think people fail to realize that. Everybody always think of a man, successful or not, you think it's always take care of the woman. But what about the men? What about the men? It's so many men being left out, and that's the problem. Everybody's saying take care of the wife, take care of the kids. And what about the man? So when a man falls, or he expires, sooner than the family, then who take care of the family? If the man knew everything, never showed the wife nothing or the kids nothing, what are we doing here? What happens to them when he's not there no more? And now they don't know what to do. They don't know how to continue to build upon what he already built. So that's my thing. It starts with me and Willicia, where it's like, hey, look, this is what we're doing. This is how we do it. We talk about it. We build together. So God forbid anything happens to me sooner than later, then at least she knows where to pick up and move on from. You get what I'm saying? Right. And if she has that, obviously the whole idea is to have that third partner so they can pick up where we left off.
Right.
Definitely.
I know you guys said in a couple of your episodes that people practice polygamy behind closed doors, but in public they crave for monogamy, which is true. In our community, I would say, there's a deficit, I would say, as far as black love. It's like we're in search of an identity. Or we're craving something that it seems like, we can't find this, or they say we're cooked, or, I can't find my man, or I can't find a girl that I really want. It's kind of like, people are kind of reaching for the stars. And it's just like, it seems like they can't find anybody they're looking for. And I know you had mentioned social media earlier. Do you think that social media plays a part in that?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Too many people are pretending. They're dressing it up and looking real. I know a couple right now that look happy as hell on Instagram, and they fighting in real life. It's a facade because everybody's in competition with each other. Everybody's scared to be their authentic self because of judgment. Like, you should see some of the comments that I get under my posts, and I'm never gonna allow that to alter the way that I think because I'm happy. I can't let what people say get in my head, because I'm choosing to live out loud. I'm choosing to be me. I'm choosing to get up every day and love my man the way that I do. People call me all types of things. Oh, you stupid. Where's your father? You would pick me. Actually, my father is at work right now, and we just got off the phone 10 minutes ago. But these are the things that people, they need a reason, a bad reason for me to be who I am, because they don't have the courage to do it. There's so many people who be like, oh my God, like, I'm so inspired by you and all of these things, but in real life, not living the way that they want to live because they're scared.
Yeah, I think, and I believe social media took away the organic monogamy. It took away from it because everybody is looking for the next thing, especially men. Especially women.
It's so accessible.
They're looking at the guys that's doing all of this stuff. You see their friends. Oh yeah, you got the nice bag. All it takes is one picture, one vacation, and it'll change your whole mind about your relationship. That's a problem. It shouldn't, because you have reality and then you have fluff, and you have facade. You get what I'm saying? And look, people, I always ask people this. Would you rather take 2 or 3 vacations a year and be happy those, let's just say 3 weeks. Let's say you get 3 weeks, 5 weeks of vacation, right? Would you rather just do that 3-5 times out of the week? I mean, 3 to 5 weeks out of the year and be happy those days and not be happy the rest of those days that you're not on vacation? Or would you rather be happy most of your days and the 3 to 5 weeks, it doesn't even really matter to you? Because
every day is a vacation.
Exactly.
And that should be the goal.
And that's what people don't realize when they're in, I just think people are just chasing the wrong things. Retirement is a made up thing. You understand what I'm saying? And I think when you get in that mindset that, this is a lifestyle. Your relationship, the person you choose to be with, that's a lifestyle. That's not a pick it up and drop it off whenever you want to. It don't work like that. You know what I'm saying? Just like people go to the gym, it's a lifestyle. It's not here and there. I'm gonna be fat during the winter, and then summer body, I'm gonna get it back. And who want to keep? That's exhausting. Who want to keep doing that? That's not what happiness looks like. You get what I'm saying? So
that's true.
Yeah, we just gotta learn. We just have to learn to be true to who we are and understand nobody's perfect. If you got something real in your life, if you're in a real relationship, stick to it. As long as you guys aren't disrespecting each other, beating up on each other, lying to each other, man, you got something good. Just because the man don't flush the toilet, after he used the bathroom and you catch him, you don't got to bomb him and want to leave him. You know what I mean? You don't got to do that to my boy. You know what I'm saying? Just because the woman don't make the best food yet, right? But she learning. Be patient. Like, we got to stop this. Like, nobody's perfect. You get what I'm saying? And we can all learn from each other. I just think we just gotta learn how to hang on a bit longer. Not forever, right? If it ain't working, it ain't working. But I'm just saying we gotta learn how to hang on to good things, real things, tangible things. You can hug up on that woman, you can hug up on that man. Hold on to them tight as you can, because it's real. They're real.
Nothing real can be threatened, and nothing unreal exists.
There we go. You don't point like a pencil.
That's dope.
Yeah, Randy. But I appreciate this, bro. This is
definitely.
Yeah, this is dope, man. This is dope. This episode right here, man. This was well worth it, man. This real conversation right here, man. It's longer than our usual.
Oh yeah, man. Because it's definitely a conversation that needed to be had. It's healthy. It's similar views. I know the last conversation that you guys were having with Cindy, man. I was just at the edge of my seat with that one because I was just like, yo. Her points are all over the place. She was not sticking on topic, hypotheticals. She's bringing up racism, just things that had nothing to do with the actual topic. So that's somebody that goes off on a tangent. Unfortunately, when it was called cognitive dissonance. It's like the matrix starts shaking. So they just start saying anything. And it's just like when you guys were speaking to her, you guys were giving her facts and points and you guys' preference. And that's what I wish you understood, that you guys have a preference and this is the way you guys choose to live your life, and it's not no right or wrong way of doing anything. unfortunately, she was trying to force you guys to think the way she was thinking, and I think that was incorrect.
Yeah, exactly. Nah, you hit it right on the nose, bro. And you know what's so funny? Anybody that even challenges our dynamic, I always laugh because it's like us telling you, yo, man, you gotta be polygamous. You gotta have multiple wives. Like, that sounds so ignorant. That's not even our position at all. And yes, we mention things that hits a nerve, right? Because that's what makes people comment, because we're speaking about the truth. Even the truth that you know about. It's not like we making it up. We lived it before. We was in monogamous relationships. The things that we speak about and that the people that we're talking against is fake monogamy. Let's stop faking. You're breaking people's hearts. And guess what? These people want to turn to break somebody else's heart. That's the bad cycle we want to stop.
Mm-hmm.
That's the bad cycle.
Yep.
You understand? So that's what our content is about. But I appreciate all your support thus far. And I'm happy that you came on to the show, and this conversation was dope, man. Appreciate you.
Yeah, thank you. And there's one last question. What's some advice that you would give anybody that's looking to dive in or go forward with polygamy?
Oh, that's a great question. Well, are
male
you
or women?
You want to hear both? I'm not too sure. Yeah, I was about to ask.
Well, it's funny because I was gonna say statistically, 2026 census, right? There's 30 million. When we're talking about our people, it's 30 million black men and 15 million black women, right? Ethically, you're not gonna. There's a surplus of 15 million, right? So you're not gonna kill 15 million black women. That's morally unethical. So what happens is you have more, right, women than men in that sense. So now, you're dealing with the black man being incarcerated. 1/3 is being unemployed. One third, being homosexual. So now there's like a group of us. So what is going to happen is there is going to be a form of sharing, which is what we call polygamy. And Shazara Ali talks about that in her book, Understanding the Black Man, and also Understanding the Black Women.
I love her. She's amazing.
Because it is something that is true, and it's something that is plaguing our community. And if the conversation is had, and which I do have with a lot of the women that I deal with or talk to, they kind of have an idea, say, yo, I never thought of it like that. That makes sense. And as long as you're honest with them from the get-go, I think things will play out a little bit differently. And, like Mike said, you're not breaking anybody's heart.
Absolutely.
Within the beginning of the relationship. So that's how you start. You start how you finish.
For women, I believe that they need to develop more self-confidence. They got to go back to the beginning. They have to heal. A lot of women are not healed. They go into relationship after relationship with the same traumas. They say things like, all men are the same. And then I say, who told you to try them all? It's just not good. Please heal. Ladies, please heal. Please heal. Like, you have to heal. So the problem with women is that they are naturally in competition with each other. Everybody wants to be the best, the better. Oh, my hair is better. My shoes are better. My clothes is better. They try so hard to be different on the outside that they forget about the interior. And that's where it starts. Who are you? A lot of women don't know who they are. They do not have any skills. They are boring. They're not funny. They're not cooking. So they try so hard to fluff up whatever they can to appear like the best, but they're forgetting to do the inner work. Everybody wants to look like the best and appear like the best, but nobody actually wants to be the best version of themselves.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nobody's doing the work. They look at other women as competitors instead of partners, instead of friends, instead of sister wives. Why is everybody in competition with each other? Because they don't know themselves. They're not happy with themselves. They're insecure. They get around women that know who they are, and instead of befriending them, they avoid them. I don't have many friends. A lot of people, they can't believe that. They're like, oh my God, you're so great. Why not? I'm like, because women are intimidated by my confidence. That's a real thing. I've been in a lot of different friendships and, relationships where people have hated me, have been in competition with me, and have done really conniving things to me, all because they want to trick me out of my spot. And it's like, I'm not competing against you. I don't think of you any less than I think of myself. You do. That's an insecurity that you're projecting onto me because you want me to dim my own light. But if I don't light my light, nobody can bring me more light.
Yeah. Yeah.
So women need to heal. Men need to lead with honesty, and women need to heal. If a man stands his ground and say, listen, I'm polygamous, and you're that guy because you know what you come with, you know what you can do, they're going to fold like beach chairs every time. You want to know why? Because no woman is passing up a good man. Regardless of what you tell her, you can tell her, listen, I got 5 of them right now. If you're that guy, she's like, thank you for telling me. I appreciate your honesty. And guess what? She's staying every time. Yeah. Because there's value there. There's value in a man knowing who he is. There's value in a man showing up as himself. There's value in a man that cares about himself and says, listen, this is what I do. You can take it or leave it. They they're impressed by that, because you want to know why? Guys are not doing that. Guys are lying, robbing, stealing, robbing Peter to pay Paul, doing this. Got 5 of them. They scared. That's a sign that you're not confident.
Well, that's the issue. That's really the issue right there. With men. And as you know, Randy, with men, we lead them with the wrong things. We think it's value, but it's not. We spend money, we spend a bag on a woman. That's the first approach. Expensive dinner, buy them gifts. We lead them the wrong way, bro, at all, right? Even having sex with them on the first night is already leading the wrong way. You get what I'm saying? We didn't even challenge them at all, and women need to be challenged too. You know what I mean? Women need to chase a bit too.
That's right.
Just like you want to be chased, I want to be chased too. I don't want you to think like we just want to hunt all day and I want to chase something that don't want me. It's a lot of men that are chasing women that don't want them.
They gonna call you sassy for this one.
Sassy or not, I got my woman. Listen, sassy or not, I have the woman on my dream. I'm good. And guess what? Any of these women that do say I'm sassy, they just want to excuse me and they don't want to hear my voice. That's all it really is. They're trying to dismiss what I'm saying. It's real what I'm saying. Yo, any girl I ever dealt with ever in my life, I never had to chase. Did I have to chase you?
You knew I wanted you.
No, I'm just saying. In reality, I didn't chase you. I didn't have to go crazy in the DM and she leaving me on scene. I'm not doing. Yo, listen to me, Randy. I'm not that guy. I'm telling you right now, they got the wrong guy. You're not leaving me on scene 3-4 times. It's not happening. I would dead not talk to you no more the rest of my life. I'm good. That's me. Yeah. To me, because why are we chasing things that don't want us? It doesn't make any sense. And that been from grade school, bro. If I wrote a love note and then slid it to shorty that sits three chairs across me, and she didn't write me back or give me a look, guess what? That's the last note she's getting. You understand me? I'm not doing that. And guess what? I'm the one that found love today. So people got to pay attention. I'm the one that I found love. This is my woman right here. Wife right here. We're good. So I'm not talking from the single chair, the hater chair, hating on somebody's relationship. That ain't me. I'm trying to help. That's the whole idea of this whole podcast. Me and Willicia could be super happy without no cameras. We are happy without no cameras or nothing. We have conversations like this without the cameras. This is easy for us. You get what I'm saying? This is us. Now we're just trying to help the people that need healing and the people that need to open up their perception, because that's really the issue. Nobody want to address the real issue. The real issue is them.
Right.
It's not the world. It's not that it's not enough women that's good. It's not enough men that's good. It's good men out there. It is good women out there.
That's right.
You have to be better so you can attract them to you. Stop chasing these dummies out here. Stop chasing these ducks, these hoes, the girls that you just want to just clip them. That's why you run into it, and then guess what? You make a bad mistake. You get them pregnant. And that's all you wanted to do was get it on like Donkey Kong. You got them pregnant. Now what?
You're stuck.
Now
You're
you stuck.
done. You're done.
Baby mama drama.
And then guess what, bro? What's gonna happen? Man versus woman at that point, yet again. It's the same thing over and over. We just destroying each other for bad decision making.
Get involved, and the courts got to get involved, and now you have no control over the relationship, and all they needed to do is have a conversation.
That's it.
Ask the right questions and take your time.
That's it.
Ask the right questions. That's exactly what it is.
And take your time. And we all been there. We all been there where you move fast. We all been there. That's why I can talk about it. I didn't move fast. But I lucked up. I ain't make the mistake. I still was thinking about myself. I wasn't getting it on with girls, unprotected, every girl. Are you crazy? I could never do that. I was actually nervous from young. I could never do that in my life. Ever.
Wow.
Play with my life like that, my future. I think about my future and myself before anything. And I have to. I have to. Because who's going to do it for me? The woman loves me for who I am, who she already see me to be. But she can also destroy that person if I allow it.
Exactly.
Your woman could be either your biggest supporter or your biggest op. There's no in between.
Yeah.
Either your biggest supporter or your biggest op. No in between. She could either make your life better or make your life hell.
100%. And men, and I always got to go back to men, because as a man, if we just thought to not always think what I mean all the time, and we actually used our mind and we valued ourselves seriously, the world would change, because we keep allowing women to do whatever with us. You get what I'm saying? And we fall into the trap of sex. We fall into it all the time. And of course, we all love sex, men and women. But men have to lead. They have to lead these women. If they are looking for wives, why are you treating them otherwise? Why are you treating them otherwise? You understand what I'm saying? From the start. If I would never think to just have sex with Willicia from the start, because I saw her differently. So why, even though she looks good and everything, why would I try to force the issue with having sex with her so fast? Why?
Yeah, why would you take the image? Yeah.
Why would I do that? But we do that, and I have been a part of that. I have done that before. Rush the process.
Yeah.
But for what? Because now I just ruined everything that it could have been.
Yep. Very true. I definitely agree with that.
Yeah, man.
Definitely agree with that.
Yeah, Randy, but
Let's be in truth, man.
That's right.
Let me in truth, guys, man, and listen to them. You know, they are very insightful. They are very wise, and you know, they know what they're talking about. You know, so if you guys are having issues in relationships, if you guys are having any turmoils, if you guys are not communicating effectively with your partner, look at them as a prototype. They are a prototype for this generation. You know, this is healthy black love. This is what it looks like. So I recommend you guys go back into some of their episodes, watch their content, and just get familiar with them. Understand who and what they are. And once you extract what they got going on and bring it into what you got going on, it will be a very fruitful relationship, marriage, whatever you want it to be. It'll be great. So thank you guys for having me again.
Thank you so much, Randy. We appreciate you.
Randy, appreciate you, man. I hope you don't bill me, because I think people going to think we paid you to do that. But we appreciate you, though.
Nah, this is free.
Nah.
I'm just giving them their flowers. You feel me?
Nah, for sure, bro. I appreciate you. Dead serious. I really do, man. And thank you for your continued support. And yeah, bro, we definitely enjoy your day. And whatever you do, make sure nobody ruin it. We're going to leave you on that note.
Bye.
Definitely. Thank you guys again.
Anytime.
All right.
All right. That's fine.
Tune in. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Follow us on Instagram. We're going to have all of that in the description below. But if you want it live and direct, it's the dopest _yellow. The _dopest _yellow. And live.in.your.truth.show.
And you got Growth for Mike. And look, whatever you guys do, make sure nobody ruin your day. We're going to leave you on that note. Peace.